So, good afternoon, everyone. I thought in light or in honor of the uh, Olympics coming up at the end of the month, maybe we could have a couple articles about this topic so that it might be easier for you to pick up if you happen to be watching anything in English on it. Um, and specifically, I thought it might be fun to highlight some of the Canadian Olympians. So you can maybe have someone to cheer for or at least know besides your own country. So I also looked up each of their faces. I thought this might be a little bit useful. So it's a very simple article, but I think there's some useful things we can learn, and then it can just maybe get you a little more excited or interested in the Olympics. Okay, so let's give it a go. Definitely let me know how it is. So Canada's athletes to watch in Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Christine Sinclair, soccer or football. The Canadians women's soccer team captain is the backbone of the reigning Olympic champions and the all-time leader in international goals scored. She'll be 41 years old in Paris. Very famous in Canada. This is what she looks like. Okay. Andre DeGrasse, track and field. Very, very famous. The reigning 200-meter Olympic champion from Markham, Ontario. And Markham, Ontario actually is 20 minutes from where I grew up, so it's kind of cool. Has settled into his Orlando, Florida training base with new Irish coach John Coughlin. DeGrasse, 28, is regaining his form after a foot injury and a bout of COVID-19 in 2022. So here's Andre DeGrasse, and he has a famous picture with Usain Bolt. He ran 100 meters race as well. Okay. Summer McIntosh, swimming. The world record holder in the women's 400-meter freestyle will be just 17 years old in Paris. Her decorated teammate Penny Oleksiak has described the Toronto teenager as all gas, no brakes. So this is a very common phrase that we use to describe someone who's just go, 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 go. All gas, no brakes. So imagine in a car, you're just pressing on the gas. You never press stop. You just weave around the cars, something like that. Okay. So here's Summer McIntosh. All right. Kelsey Mitchell, track cycling. Just 4 years after getting on a track bike, the 29-year-old cyclist from Sherwood Park, Alberta, won Olympic women's sprint gold in Tokyo. Okay, so here is Kelsey Mitchell. Damian Warner, another very famous Canadian athlete who's been, I'm sure, maybe in three Olympics already, maybe four, I'm not sure. The Tokyo Decathlon gold medalist pulled out of the 2022 World Championship with a hamstring injury. He finished second in May's hypo meeting in Austria to Canadian teammate Pierce Lepage. And here's Damian Warner. Okay. Krista Deguchi and Jessica Klimkate, judo. Both are world champions. Unfortunately, only one can represent Canada in the women's 57-kilogram class. This is like the weight division. Deguchi of Lethbridge, Alberta, won a second world title in May. Klimkate of Whitby, Ontario, earned Olympic bronze in Tokyo. So we don't know which one is going yet because this article is a little bit old. But so I didn't get pictures of them, but maybe you can look at them both if you're interested in judo. So Penny Oleksiak, swimming, also a pretty famous athlete. The most decorated Canadian Olympian in history with 7 career medals at age 23. The Toronto swimmer will be a key cog, and a cog is like a piece of a machine, something like this, in women's relays for Canada and can add to her record in Paris. Okay, and here's Penny Oleksiak. I think she's quite tall. Okay. Maggie McNeil, swimming. Reigning Olympic champion in the women's 100-meter butterfly, the 23-year-old from London, Ontario. In London, Ontario, I have lived very close to here and been here many times. Took World Championship silver in the distance this week in Japan. And so, by the way, Ontario is the province that has Toronto and the capital of Canada, Ottawa. And let me show you Maggie McNeil. So here's Maggie McNeil. All right. And Cameron Rogers, track and field. A world silver medalist in the hammer throw in 2022. The 24-year-old from Richmond, BC. This is really close to Vancouver, almost like side by side. Was the first Canadian woman to reach the podium in a field event. Okay, and another very famous Olympian, Ellie Black, gymnastics. And by the way, sorry, here's Cameron Rogers. Here's Cameron Rogers. So she throws the hammer. And Ellie Black. Hampered by an ankle injury in Tokyo, Black placed fourth on the balance beam there. The balance beam, by the way, is this one, where they're walking and jumping on the balance beam. The 27-year-old from Halifax, this is in the province of Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada, claimed a silver medal in beam and helped Canada to women's team bronze at last year's World Championship. Okay, and this report by the Canadian Press, just a news company, was first published July 25th, 2023. So it's an old article, but I think it's still helpful. Okay, and here's Ellie Black. So I hope this was helpful. Feel very free to bring up this topic in the lessons if you wish. And yeah, I hope you can get a little more interested or a little more excited about the Olympics if that's what you're into. Okay, so have a good weekend and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye.